2015, so like 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, and like I was playing. That just happened. Anyway, Wow. Okay, it started, guys. It started.
Hello, welcome to Pretend. My name is James. Every 2 weeks, we will bring you a new video, a radio show, and a robotic sounding presenter. Hello and welcome to Pretend. Every 2 weeks, we bring you a video, a radio show, and a whole host of content promoting alternative and underground music in the UK. If you want to know more of what we're about, watch this trailer. This week, as you can see, we are at We Out Here, the Brownswood Jazz Festival. We're talking to Skinny Pelembe, we're talking to Otis Mensah, and we're talking to Blue Lab Beats, and just getting a vibe of the whole festival. So, thank you for watching. Skinny Pelembe, welcome to Pretend, welcome to We Out Here.
I can hear the bluebirds.
Blue Lab Beats, welcome to Pretend.
Even when the rain soaks through my heart, waiting in the place where
Otis Mensah, welcome to Pretend. Question I've been asking to everyone who we've been interviewing, which is we're out here at a jazz festival, but would you consider yourself a jazz artist?
I would. I consider myself, I consider the technicality of what I do lyrically and physically with, with my poetry as a form of jazz. It's for me, it's sort of when I can look at an artist, especially an MC, and say that they've surpassed a certain level of skill, they can start to play with the pocket and have experiment with it. Experiment with their vocals, experiment with their verses rhythmically, and to me that it is in the vein and the heart of jazz.
Would you guys consider yourself a jazz act?
No. I'd say we're like, if you're saying like the UK jazz scene sort of thing, like we're like Blue Lab is like sort of subgenre of that, I guess. So like me and Mr. DM, we call ourselves a jazztronica duo, sort of thing. So that's like jazz harmony mixed with electronic elements, that being hip hop or dance or like techno, like wood jazz harmony sort of thing.
Would you consider yourself a jazz artist?
Absolutely not.
No?
No, I wish I was I would love to be good enough to be a jazz pianist, but that's not happening. So I'm rebelling against my lack of talent by hitting the guitar really hard and being like, yeah, fuck that. But then also trying to do a little bit of that.
And keep up with what we do, so subscribe or like, or if you've got anyone who you want to promote through our channel, just drop a comment below and we'll get back to you.
It's time to wake up. Your gig's in 4 hours, please.
How did you become a part of the We Out Here community?
I was just one of those, Giles Peterson fanboys who always used to wear the same kind of hat and shit and go to all of his gigs. And then I saw that he had Future Bubblers happen, applied for the second year, got onto it, harassed, all the staff all the time and, tried to talk to all of the big wigs as much as I could. And then, they asked to put out some of my stuff.
And was the record released on Brownswood?
It was, yeah.
And you can feel the pain and stay my cadence, put my favorite football days, leave my pride. This ain't just laws of attraction. This not live and die for my passion.
I would love to be part of the Future Bubblers scheme. So after here, hopefully, I can go home and apply.
Write Giles a nice letter.
Yeah, I'm gonna write Giles an extremely nice letter. But yeah, no, I don't have any inherent connection. I guess my connection would have been through the Sunday Practice in Leeds. I performed at Sunday Practice, an incredible spoken word music organization, cooperative who put on amazing events in Leeds. They booked me for a show. I had a show there. And then they pushed me forward for We Out Here because they were looking for people from the north, from Leeds and from different regions.
You've worked with people who are here, Moses Boyd, Nubi Garcia, Koji Radical, and that was all on your debut album. Maybe you've also worked with people like Femi Colioso. And so what was your route into getting to know all of these Brownswood artists?
I think like, because we've known them for like some years, innit? Yeah,
like,
known them for a while, man.
Maybe 5.
Yeah, I've known them, some of them for like 8 years, yeah. Like, and we also all like, most of us went to a place called Tomorrow's Warriors. Tomorrow's Warriors. It's like, it's a jazz workshop. It's based in South Bank, like near Waterloo in like South London.
Free jazz. They're looking for funding at the moment, so like please make sure you go and fund that, because I mean, me and Mr. D, and we were met at a place called Weekends Arts College, but so that's another funding thing as well. But where like I met a lot of this scene and stuff was at Tomorrow's Warriors. So please, guys, make sure you go and fund that. So like originally I was playing jazz drums, well, just like beginning level jazz drums, and then like I remember just being my first class, everyone like same sort of page, and then the next class comes in, and the class above, and then the final class who were just like elite, and just being like, oh my God, this is so inspiring, man. And plus it's like free, and you're getting to hear jazz by all these dope, new coming, amazing musicians like every Saturday, Sunday, so it's amazing.
At Higher Rhythm in Doncaster.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to do that in Doncaster?
I've been going to Higher Rhythm since I was about 14. And, like my old band's manager runs it. He's like just been my kind of mentor in life, like forever. Like if there's anybody that I kind of want to be, it's Stephen London. Why would I... They've given me like all the tools I've ever needed to get where I am. Why would I then go and record in some swanky studio that's like, I'm not comfortable there. I'm not going to get what I want. Somebody's going to be like, watching the clock. Like, I'm going to go back to Doncaster and do it like with the people who have always supported me. And
so, are you currently based in Doncaster?
No, well, I moved back for about a year and a half to record the album. Yeah, it's really like Catholic with myself. It's just like kind of waking up and like 100 press-ups, go for a run, record some more music, get back, more running, more press-ups, and like did that for a year, and I didn't see any friends. Yeah. And then moved back, and I'm never going to do that again. I'll just get the train back to Doncaster and like record there and then come back. I think I spent like most of my life always being like, fuck London, they overfunded. Places, I'll stay in the north. I'll go to Manchester or Leeds. Like, that's the real, like, capital of the north. And then the minute I move down, I get onto my favourite label ever within, like, a year and a half. Like, why was I being so stubborn? It's great. Like, everything's in London. Everybody's in London. I think it's, like, it's the centre of the world, but just don't get too caught up.
Yo, I don't know how to write poems, but everyone's mimicking my mother, wordless, wonderful time.
So you are the Poet Laureate of Sheffield, which is a very grand title. But do you ever feel like what you were saying there, like this festival has to try to represent the North? Do you ever feel a pull of London for what you do, or do you feel very...
Most definitely. I think, I mean, there's so many incredible musicians and MCs and artists out of London. So I understand why a lot of the pull there, though at the same time, there's so many incredible creatives in the North. So you do see this sort of north-south divide, and you do see often a lot of the attention gets shone on the south. And I think that's because of very simple factors that, let's say London is the capital city. So when you've got someone touring from the States, their vision of the UK is London. They don't really understand that, often they don't understand that the UK is sort of so much wider. Yeah. People often think of the UK as London, but of course there's the experience in the UK is wider than London, and of course, we've got so much going on in Sheffield, so many incredible artists, so many incredible bands, incredible poets. So it's nice when a festival or an organisation makes it an effort of theirs to to represent where there hasn't been that representation in the past.
Do you think you could do what you do and have had the big success that you've had outside of London? Because you grew up in London. Do you think, are there any other cities you'd ever be like, I could do this?
Wow, that's a tough question. I think, well, I guess like, why we can do this music is like, we're all like surrounded by, this sort of vibe, like the hip hop beats from, I mean, mainly like grime acts and stuff from here and stuff, but there's still like some hip hop cats here as well. And then, then the jazz element. So I think if you were saying like this particular sound, maybe not, but I think it just depends on what's around you at the time and stuff. So like, and that's always the inspiring point of how to write a record or something,
Hi. Like, comment, subscribe. Please. Okay. We out here. Chilling.
Where's my set breakfast number 2 of the hash browns?